Service is meeting and or exceeding the expectations of the customers. However, for the last 69 years, it's been you primarily that has been creating that expectation. So now what am I asking you to do? Not what am I asking you to do. You don't have to do anything for me. What is the company asking you to do? The company is asking you to redefine the expectations and go beyond what you yourself have been doing for, in some cases, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, maybe longer for some of you. In other words, we're changing the expectations that we ourselves are responsible for creating. That's not bad. You know, failing can be good. Failing can be a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Managers manage things. You know, money, resources, equipment, facilities, etc. Managers manage things. Leaders lead people. Leadership is not position. Leadership is two things: the ability to offer service and the willingness to take action. Leadership is not position. I don't know if you've come to this conclusion or not, but nobody cares about the position title that you hold. Well, now, wait a minute. Let me back up. That's not totally true. There are two people who care about the positions that you hold: you and your mama. That's it. Okay. I don't care. I don't really care what people think about this thing. I feel good. I went to Elvis thing the other night. I saw it. I went to Elvis the other night. Trust me, man, I wanted up there. I wanted to shake my booty too, you know. But y'all didn't know me well enough just then. Listen to me very carefully. People don't care what you call yourself. They don't. Am I right or not? They don't care. What they do care about is what you do with the positions that have been entrusted to you. How can you help me? How can you service us? How can you do more with less? How can you help us beyond what we could have ever hoped or imagined that you would? Now that is the essence of the position. Change is a reality of life. Everything changes. And so therefore we've got to look at service in a way of meeting and or exceeding the expectations of customers. Now, one more statement. If we are going to meet and or exceed the expectations of the customers, we must first know what? What those expectations are. It's not. Leadership has never been just about work. Leadership is a 24-hour day, 7-day a week, 365-day a year, for the rest of your life activity. If it's that, then you don't have to worry about your leadership at work versus your leadership at home versus your leadership at church versus your leadership in the community or whatever else it may be. It is who you are.
Phillip Van Hooser knows leadership and service. He is the author of the best-selling business book, Willie's Way: 6 Secrets for Wooing, Wowing, and Winning Customers and Their Loyalty. His newest book is We Need to Talk: Building Trust When Communicating Gets Critical. And his management training system has been used by corporations around the world. Since 1988, Phil's 800-plus clients and their unique organizational circumstances have afforded him a diverse array of leadership case studies from which to learn. Phil wraps this multi-layer experience into customized leadership keynote presentations, training courses, and personalized coaching for his clients. If you want a dynamic speaker who is not afraid to tell it like it is, then you want Phillip Van Hooser, cultivating great leaders to create competitive advantage.
I am convinced that there is no higher compliment that any one of us can receive than to be referred to or thought of as a professional. I don't care what your title is, I don't care what your job responsibilities are, and I don't care how long you've been doing it. The single greatest compliment that we will ever receive as individuals in terms of what we do for our living is to be thought of or referred to as a professional. But my question to you is, do you know what that means? Because I find that most people don't. You know what I've always said? I want to walk in a bank one time in my life, one time where that's the scenario, and somebody goes, "Hey, over here! Don't go over there, over here! I'm the one that offers the best service." Wouldn't that be cool? It'd be unforgettable, and I'd be talking about it for years. What? Because I'd be wowed. Now, maybe you don't want people screaming at you, or maybe you don't want to scream at other people. But the fact of the matter is, we all want to be made to feel special because attention and acknowledgement is paid to us. Number one, Willie knows, and we should know, that when you walk on that school, every one of those students, teachers, administrators are your customers, and they should be acknowledged friendly and openly and freely and immediately. What can I say to you? I would say to you That if you want to be a proactive manager of those fears and anxieties that people experience in their professional lives, then focus your attention on helping your coworkers, your subordinates, your peers, and most especially your patients. Focus your attention on making their unknowns known. Making their unknowns known. In other words, what I like to do is I like to try to anticipate as many questions that someone might have before they pose the questions, before they ask the questions. And then if I can work to answer those questions even before they ask, somehow we can manage and subdue the emotion that oftentimes accompanies those questions. Make their unknowns known. When you have 1,800 people, all who basically do the same thing, some of which have been doing it for a long time, many people have the mindset, sometimes they actually vocalize their mindset, that says, good enough is good enough. Well, listen to me right now, folks. Good enough is not. Do you understand that? Good enough is not good enough. It's not good enough for today. It's not good enough for tomorrow. It's not good enough for the future. It's not good enough to base a career on. My only request, because this too was a plan, my only request, I said, Glenn, don't you send me to somebody that I can't talk to. You know why I said that? Because I'd been sent to doctors in the past that I could not talk to, or that would not talk to me. And listen to me very carefully. I love y'all, but I ain't coming to your place if that doctor will not talk to me and treat me like an adult, a respected individual, somebody who has questions and needs answers. I am deserving of that, but not just me. Every patient that you presume to care about is deserving of that as well, even if they don't know the questions to ask, and even if they're not quite as bold as I am in asking them. They deserve your attention. They deserve your answers. They deserve everything that you would offer anybody else. That's the deal. I close this morning with my favorite poem. And the poem is one that has meant a lot to me over the years. And maybe it'll mean something to you as well. It says to you what I would love to be able to say in my own words, but have not yet found those words, so I borrow another's. The title of the poem is Drinking from the Saucer, and it goes something like this. I've never made a fortune, and I may never make one now, but it doesn't really matter because I'm happy anyhow. As I go along life's journey, I'm reaping better than I've sowed because I'm drinking from the saucer. My cup has overflowed. We don't have a lot of riches, and sometimes the going's tough, but as long as I got my wife and my kids, and now new friends like all of y'all to love me, I think I'm rich enough. I'll thank God for every blessing that His mercy has bestowed because I'm drinking from the saucer. I know my cup has overflowed. If God will grant me strength and courage when my way grows steep and rough, I'll not ask for other blessings. I'm already blessed enough. But may every one of us in this room never be too busy to help another bear their load. Then we'll all be drinking from the saucer. All our cups will overflow. God bless you, and thank you for what you do.